Namaste and welcome. Today it is my absolute pleasure to introduce to the Lokwani audience Mona Chopra, who is the president of the Boston chapter of the Vidya Bharati Foundation. Professionally, she has worked as an executive at the intersection of technology and entrepreneurship, and now she has dedicated her life to supporting Vidya Bharati. Welcome, Mona. Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank you, Ranjini.
Wonderful. So, first of all, what a noble thing to do, supporting education. It is what has brought all of us, most Indians, to the United States and contribute so beautifully. And now you are running this Vidya Bharati Foundation. So, tell us a little bit about it. And I hear there's a very exciting gala that is coming up pretty soon.
Absolutely. So Vidya Bharti is a non-governmental organization that supports K-12 education for low-income students in India. And yes, we do have the second Vidya Bharti Gala coming up on July 12th at the Burlington Marriott, 6 p.m. And I'm hoping everybody will be there because it's going to be an exciting kind of convergence of conversation and talks, food, music, entertainment, everything will be there.
So, a fun event where you will be doing much good by your donations to the cause, I am assuming. So that's really great. Now I know that there are a lot of organizations focused on education in India. Could you tell us? But everyone has their own separate focus because there's so much good work that needs to get done in India. So could you tell us about the Vidya Bharati Foundation so that people understand what they will be donating to at the gala?
Sure. And so Vidya Bharti, it's K-12 education that gives quality education to the students. And at the same time, they provide value-based education so that the students turn out to be good citizens with good values. They call it sanskar, right, in Hindi.
Yes.
So the key that differentiates Vidya Bharti is a full plate of education that the students are getting. As there's one book which is about the full plate, students do not get piecemeal education. It is continuous, takes them through K-12, through with college and university also now.
That is really fantastic. And how many schools do you have? And how many students? How long has this organization been in existence?
So 1951, the first school was started in Gorakhpur, UP. And
Hmm.
since then, it has multiplied. And today, there are almost about 12,000 formal and informal schools across the country. And primarily in the semi urban and rural areas. There are tribal schools, there are scenic schools, they're all the schools in areas where no one even could venture before, right?
Yeah.
So this education is imparted across India.
India. And so it's really bringing high quality education to areas where people probably didn't even have access to education, I think. Would you say that? Is that a good,
Yes.
yeah, that's really, I think the need of the hour, as you said, is full plate of education. I know that there's a wonderful book that's come out by Satish Jha on the subject. But, taking a child and just giving a little bit of, tutoring or something is not going to improve things. It really, you need to take them from K through 12 and to college to make them really productive and skilled employees. I think that's a very, very good point that you're making. So, actually, you're saying it was there since 1951. So, could you tell us a little bit about the alumni and what impact it has had on those students and, tell us some stories about the students of
Oh,
Vidya Bharati?
absolutely. It has one of the largest alumni databases, and the alumni actually have become very successful in terms of, they've graduated to be in India IAS officers, they're DGIs for various states, they're doctors, lawyers, all over the world, they're scattered. And it's a very powerful alumni database. In fact, at the last year gala, one of the alumni made a big donation towards this Vidya Bharti institution.
Right.
And, so we want to support the Vidya Bharti schools and make sure everyone is productive and contributes, becomes good citizens.
Right. That's so it's so wonderful to know that people are getting even into IAS and other things because those are the people who are running India. And to know that they're coming with quality education, with sanskar, I think that can really make India what it is into a good country, a well-run country. And I think that could be really beautiful. So now I know that you are at the gala gathering funds for supporting the schools. So, what are the different levels at which people can support, contribute towards the Vidya Bharti schools?
Sure, that's a very good point, Ranjani. So you can adopt a child education for a child, including the clothes and everything, costs $500 a year, and or you can adopt a school. In a village, a school typically has 30 to 50 children, right? And you can name the school after your grandparents, as some people have done, the Toti School of whatever education. So that's about 15 to $25,000. Or you
One
can
time, that's a one-time contribution of a 15.
sponsorship,
Well,
right. And education, look, the idea is we want to educate the Indian diaspora in the US so that you're contributing towards a child's education, not one time, but to make it sustainable.
right,
It's like you don't leave the child after a year, right? You
right.
want to make sure they continue the full plate of education through the end of school and then into universities and colleges. So there are lots of opportunities. Land is donated by the villagers, let's say. The school is built by, again, local donations.
Wonderful.
The schools are typically self sustaining. The fees are only like $10 a month per child. But there are also 300,000 children that Vidya Bharati provides free education to that cannot afford the basics
Yes.
of, going to school.
Right. So whether they have small amounts of money to support the school or, they are interested in naming, a building after somebody, the range of options are really large. And we hope, I think, am I right in assuming that at the gala, you will have a complete list and the attendees can get an in-depth understanding of this organization to learn how they can become a part of it. Would you say that?
Absolutely, yes. We want to be transparent. The operating costs of Vidya Bharati extremely low compared to a lot of the other institutions,
Yeah.
and everyone's a volunteer. We are all volunteers, and one can contribute in various ways. One can volunteer with us also. We're
Yeah.
looking for volunteers to help us
Yeah.
at the events, whether it's email marketing, whether it's doing outreach to the diaspora here. There are lots of opportunities for both the young students that want to get involved and for anybody actually that can help.
That is truly fantastic. I think hopefully they can just so to get involved, should they go to your website or how would you like them to contact you?
So they can reach out to me directly or they can go through the website. Of
And
course, I am available. Yes, I'm dedicated to this work.
oh
And
wow.
so I can help anybody who wants to volunteer, to kind of carve out what
Yes.
kind of role are they interested in and what they can do.
Fantastic. So I'll certainly put your email address on the video as well so that they can reach out to you so that we can do that. Now, Mona, I know that all your life you have been a very busy technology executive who has been supporting companies and, leading entrepreneurial efforts. So what motivated you to join this nonprofit and give your time to it?
So there are a couple of factors. You reach a point in your life where you say, how can I give back? Right? And make a difference in people's lives. But you want to give back and have an impact on those lives where it really matter. So at Vidya Bharti, I was influenced by Ketanji, who's the vice president of the overall Vidya Bharti in India. So I visited a number of schools. I saw myself the discipline, the execution. I met the teachers. I had conversations. And so that really influenced me. And here I am after visiting and talking to people, a staunch supporter for Vidya Bharti.
So it sounds like what you were really moved by in the schools is not just that it was supporting those very much in need, but it's a well-run organization. It's, the execution on the ground is really to par. I think considering that you're an entrepreneur, I'm sure you checked that out. So were the
Absolutely.
teachers, yeah. So tell us a little bit about the quality and everything about the, execution. Is there something that stood out to you?
No, so besides the fact they're very lean and mean and very conscious, where the money goes, very transparent, and how the funds are used and for what they're used for, whether it's, opening a hospital or opening another school, providing facilities in the school, everything's documented and transparent, like, all
Yeah,
other organizations, I'm sure there's a report. But what influenced me is, the people there I met, the students I spoke to who have the ambition, who want to be doctors, lawyers, who maybe do not have the funds or their family income is doesn't support it,
yeah,
but they have the pride in being at school. So we want to support those students and make sure that their dreams can come true,
yeah,
right? Like we all went to great schools here in the US to
yeah.
study. Now we want to make sure, why should India, the students be left behind,
Yeah.
right? The opportunity, whether it's in technology or lawyers or doctors, whatever the students want to be.
Sure, sure. Absolutely. I agree with you. And first, actually, many of us went to school in India. We were in positions, our families were in positions to, at least learn about, even though the government supported a lot of the schools that we went to, there was at least access to that education and to expand that access to the education, to quality education far
Right.
and wide. I think that is really a very worthwhile effort. And I truly applaud you and Vidya Bharti for doing it. So, any final message to all those people who are going to come to your gala? First of all, maybe we can remind them of the date and place of the gala.
Sure, July 12th at the Burlington Marriott and 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m. we start. We have great food, orders, we have music, we have entertainment, but most important, we have Ketanji and the people from India, Vidya Bharti, coming, so you can meet them firsthand and they will speak at the event.
Yeah.
So you can learn more and see how you can support us.
Fantastic. So, whether you want to make a small contribution of $500 a year or a larger contribution that can build a school or just want to volunteer, all of this, I think we should contact you, Mona. And I think you're welcoming everybody to be part of the Vidya Bharati experience, I would say. So,
Absolutely. No, and it's our second year. Our first year, we did great, and we hope to do better this year. Have a great crowd, have people participate and enjoy with us.
absolutely. And then build more schools and build more education, bring education to a larger population. Thank you so much, Mona, for your time and truly appreciate it and wish you great luck with helping expand access to education in India. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Ranjani.
Thank you.